So I'm doing my laundry and getting ready to move back to Spain. So I came to Spain, then I went to Portugal, now I'm going back to Spain again. So I'm going to go and see my daughter that passed away, Rachel. I'm going to go and see her friend Ruth that she went to school with, her long time bestest friend Ruth. And so I'm drinking and eating the last of the food that I have. Probably do a shop up when I get there. Kaya is just making sure that there's no cats around or that everything is okay. She's guarding the place. It's quite empty here, and I went up to the bar that's here on the campsite, and I had a couple of beers, which I don't usually do. I usually just stick to my water because it's so hot here, and even if I drink like 2 or 3 drinks, I get a really bad headache in the morning. So in the evenings I just usually watch Netflix, read a book, or take some photographs with my camera. I bought myself a new tripod that I had delivered here and a long lens, so I'm going to be using that a lot more. I've really only been using my iPhone up to now, so I do hope to use that. So I went to the town and had a look over the beach there, which I don't really go too much because it's too crowded. I brought Kaya to have her hair cut, after which she didn't speak to me for 2 days or look at me. She was so annoyed that I left her there. So there is that. I'm happy to be leaving because it's nice, to move on, but I still do feel a bit anxious about moving. I don't know, probably because just a bit of a fear of the unknown. It usually turns out okay, but, you just wonder, are you going to break down on the way, or will you like the place that you go to, or whatever. So this evening I'm going to use up the last of my food. So I'm making a coffee here with my coffee press that my sister gave me. I bought one myself from my travels, and my daughter gave me one as a gift. So I have 3 of them, just in case I, can't find one. I'll always have one at hand. So they're very handy actually, because you can store them away really easy, and it's really good for traveling. So I have to just make sure that when I'm boiling my water, I have my special travel kettle as well. Just have to make sure that I have enough power in my battery. I don't use electricity here on this campsite because I have 2 solar panels up above, and my battery gets powered by them, so I don't really need the electricity. You can see my aircon system is just having my back doors open and letting the air flow through, which Kaya likes. She either sits up there where it's cool or goes underneath where the breeze is. So my battery is full, and I can go ahead and turn on my stovetop. I have an induction cooker, and so I'm going to do a fry up. Just chopping up some onions, garlic, and some eggs and prawns to make a stir fry. And then I will just make sure that everything is put away for the next morning when I head off to Spain, which was halfway across this bridge actually. And so I'm heading towards this campsite that I've only seen a few pictures of, but it looks quite nice. Then I met up with Ruth and her mom. We had lunch in the yacht club, and then I went up to see her house, and she brought me to a beautiful restaurant in a little beautiful swimming pool and that, and then we went to a polo club and we had a nice evening meal there. So I saw her for 3 days while I was over there, and the beach was right beside the campsite, which was great for Kaya. So I took one last visit down to the beach. I stayed there for 7 nights, and so now I'm just getting everything packed up and ready to head off again. This is an image that I made it just represents how I always feel like I'm standing on a ledge when I'm heading off into the wilderness, and Google brings me down roads that I'm sure are wrong, and then I end up in desolate places like this. But there is always beauty no matter where you go, and that's what I'm on this search for the beauty of life. My campsite is here. It's a kind of a harsh land. It's dry and not very green like Ireland. I found a tree and I parked up close to it because it's a new campsite. There's not much shade at all, so I actually had to sit underneath this tree, which is a bit like a weeping willow, and I sat under here until the sun moves around and my van casts a shadow, and the tree casts a shadow, so I can sit there and be cool. Or I can go up to the swimming pool, where I found that I was the only one and had the whole place to myself. There's not many people here, but I'm taking advantage of it and enjoying it. It's very nice. So there we go. I will love you and leave you, and thanks for watching. See you next time.